Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So I have a few days until surgery. My nerves have not set in yet. I'm just ready to get it over with. Just ready to make it to the flat side, and really, that's it. But we not here for that. This is a story time about a fake friend, or I don't know if I should call her a friend at all. Y'all let me know in the comments what it was. So at like the age of, I don't know, like 15, 16, I had this one friend. So we're gonna name her Tori. So me and Tori was like this, like you couldn't see one without the other. We was tied at the hip basically. So the first little encounter that happened with us is there was this boy I had a crush on, but at this age I was shy, and my friend was like the complete opposite. I was like a year or two older than her, but like she was just one of them girls who at school be screaming best friends to the top of their lungs at 6 o'clock in the morning, like one of those. And I'm the friend that just like, doing too much, calm down. I was that one, like I was the quiet one. So it was this boy. For the sake of this story, I'm gonna name him Guy. So Guy was older than us. Like he had to be like 4 or 5 years older than us. I know we was kind of fast. Ooh. But yeah, I liked Guy. Guy was cute. I had a big old crush on Guy. And so at this point in time, we used to be at her cousin's house a lot. And Guy would be at her cousin's house sometime, but just all the time we would see him like riding past, like on his bike. He was always on his bike. If that bike could be laying somewhere, you'd be like, oh, that's Guy's bike. Like it was a specific bike and he rode it all the time. He's a little older than us. Should he have had a bike? I don't know. People, everybody ain't got it. Okay. But yeah, so we knew this specific bike. So every day that he would pass by, I would just look, and then as soon as he would look, I like. So one day, he was riding by, and Tori was like, "Guy, Lex said hi." I was like,
"Yo, are you done?"
He was like, "What's up, Lex?" And I think he knew I had a crush because he smiled the biggest smile. He was cheesing. Every time he see me, he was smiling. But I was just like, oh, my man. After he, gave me that little high and I gave him that little I was like, that's my man. That's my man. I got him. In the bag. That's nice. I'm going to stick beside him. And his bike. And what of it? I was ready to go to war. I was ready to go to war for it. But anyways, so I'm just like, girl, why would you do that? And she was like, girl, you gonna speak to him one day. Blah, 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 blah. Days go by. And yeah, days go by. My friend had to stay in the house because she had got caught doing something she ain't supposed to be doing, so she was housebound. So when she was housebound, like she wasn't like shit. She was my only friend. Like we was glued at the hip. I had this other girl I used to hang out with. I'm gonna name, for the purpose of the story, she don't really need a name because she not in it like that. But for the purpose of the story, I'm gonna name her TT. And so me and TT would hang out. And TT is from a specific area of which me and Tori used to go. Like the house and the area that we used to be at. TT was from this specific place. She was the gang, she had gang ties, she was, in that life, So she was from over there. So I would go over there with her. And so I had bumped into Guy, and guess who mustered up the cojones? Hey guys, this is me talking to you from the future. But a part didn't save or something about when I was saying like who got the cojones to finally talk to Guy. Yep, that's me, big dog right here. It got cut out, or I didn't save it, or whatever the case may be. But that's basically what I was saying. Because I don't want to try to be like, what, huh? What's she talking about? But yeah, I finally got the nets to talk to Guy, and back to your regular scheduled programming. Y'all, guess who? Real big dog. Yeah, me. Yeah. Because like I said, TT was from that specific area. Guy was from that specific area too. So they was just talking, having a little conversation. I was happened to be right there. And they was talking about something I knew about, so I was chiming in. So by chiming in and all three of us just talking, I got like more comfortable. So I was able to, when TT walked away to go get something to drink out the house, when we was just standing there, I was able to continue a conversation that was lingering from their conversation. So then our conversation stemmed, and we gave each other our information, which was house phone numbers, and I was calling. We was talking. He wasn't on that bike. Let me tell y'all, we used to see him every day like clockwork. I don't know where the fuck he was going every day on that bike, but every day he was on that damn bike. But for the days that we was talking, he wasn't on that bike. And I knew he wasn't on that bike because I wasn't on that block neither, because we was on the phone. So for days, Tori would come and like, oh, you don't want to go da. I'm like, nope, I'm waiting for Guy to call, whatever, we gonna talk or whatever. But you go ahead, because we both have friends outside of each other. It's not like we was if we wasn't with each other, it was like, tell me how I'm supposed to do it. No, like it wasn't like that. Like she could chill with her friends and I could chill with my friends. And right now I'm on the phone with my man is giving my man. So she was like, oh, okay. So she would leave and go without me to wherever she go. We all of us pretty much had the same friend group that lived on that street. We all had the same friend group, because at this time it was our street, and then it was a different street, and the girls from that block, they all hung together. So the girls from this block all hung together too, and a couple outside of it. But so we all had the same friend group. So after me and Guy was just talking, he asked me like, oh, am I gonna see you today? You're gonna be I'm just call it the block. You're gonna be on the block today. You're gonna be on the block today. And I was like, shoot, if you can be on the block, I'm gonna be on the block. So when I went to Tori's house, he was like, hey, we going to the block today? And she was like, oh, you out today? I'm like, yeah, he want to see me. So we've been talking on the phone. I feel like I'm comfortable enough to like actually be around him. Like, so she was like, all right, cool. I'll come with you, because I was gonna go over there with, she don't need a name. I was gonna go over there with homegirl anyway. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we went over there, talking, chilling, doing the regular. Guy came over on his little bike, creeping up like Debo. But it was cool. I feel like it wasn't awkward. I feel like it was like real. It was giving real. I'm just smiling from ear to ear. Everything he say is just, I'm smiling. He's smiling at me. My friend Tori is talking to the people that's outside, like we always do. And me and him just in each other's face. I'm just in your face. We in each other's face. We smiling. We grinning. We not even thinking about what anybody else got going on or what they doing. We don't even see them. So yeah. Like I said, yeah, we very much, we here. So after that, like it got towards the time where we need to go back home, because like we lived, okay, say we lived on 101st. Where we was at would be like 124. We was away from home. I'm not gonna say 124. Maybe like 115. We was far. We was a little bit, so we needed to skedaddle. So we left. We went home or whatever. Me and Guy talked that whole night or whatever until it was time for me to go to sleep. So a guy called me that morning, or we was talking that night. He asked me. He told me he wanted to see me again. He told me he was gonna be on the block. He was gonna be on the block all day, so I probably wasn't gonna be able to talk to him before because he was gonna be on the block all day. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be over there. So he was like, all right. So I go along with my day about 2:00. I start to like getting dressed and shit, and so I go to Tori house because I didn't mention it, but like if I lived right here, I cross the street and then like 3 or 4 houses down, that's where Tori lived. So we would just come to each other's house, like I'll just come get you. Like so I went to Tori house, like, oh, Tori here? They're like, no, Tori left a while ago. So I was like, all right. So I'm like, okay, all right, she left already. I don't always need somebody to go down there with me. I mean, the walk or like the little bike ride. I mean, yeah. But that's what we used to get down there. Either we used to walk or we used to ride a bike. So I had my brother's bike that day, so I really didn't like need the companionship or whatever. And I already know that once I get down there, there's all the people down there. This like the kicking spot. Everybody be over there. So I already know that. It's not like once I get down there, I'm gonna be like, okay, where's this man at? Like it's gonna be it's people that I already know it's gonna be there. And I kinda had an inkling that Tori was gonna be there anyway. Like I said, we all have the same friend group. So if I don't see her there then, I'm gonna end up seeing her sometimes towards the day. Because there's nowhere else she could be. We all have the same friend groups. Our friend groups hang around the same places. It was like that type of thing. Like that type of neighborhood. So like I said, a guy bike, you could tell it's guy bike. So as soon as I put up on my bike, I see guy's bike, and so I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, because he told me he was gonna be here. So I'm like, okay.
Hi. Why?
I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. So he in the house, I guess. So I go in the house. Like I said, this is the kicking spot. Everybody be there. The cousin let me in or whatever. So me and guy, we talking, we chilling. And I see Tori already there. Tori is already in the house. So I'm just like, girl, I called you earlier, but I guess, yeah, you was already over here. She was like, yeah, I've been over here all day or whatever. And, I don't know, I kind of got like this little funny, like, feeling like she was low-key acting like she had an attitude with me, or like she just wasn't acting like herself, because me and her was the key friends, like, we're like this, like, so I was just like, she was kind of distant a little bit, like, even like when I go over there and talk to her for a minute, like, she was just kind of like distant a little bit. Like, she was talking to me, don't get me wrong, like, we was interacting with each other, we was still keying, but it's not like how we usually be or whatever. So I was just like, okay, that's weird or whatever. So I hung out with Guy a little bit, and I decided to go home a little earlier because my dad said he was gonna take me shoe shopping, so and out to eat. So I had left a little early. I told Tori I was leaving, told Guy I was leaving, told the cousin, told everybody, everybody in the room, see y'all. So I left. That was that. So I left. I enjoyed time with my daddy. He bought me all type of shoes and all that, like he usually do. And I went home. I called Tori, and I was like telling Tori or whatever. Like I said, she was just dry talking me. Like, she was just so dry, and I just did not understand why she was so dry. But I came from a household where my mom was there. She just worked to provide for us a lot. And my dad was there. My mom and my dad was not together, but he was definitely in my life. And my best friend was like, her mom was like on drugs, and she had no idea who her daddy was. She never met him. Not judging nobody. That was my ex boon. That was my right hand. That's my go-to. I was not judging. Loved her to death. Loved her to death. So I just felt like, I was like, okay, maybe she dry talking because I'm just telling her all this stuff, and like, but usually she wouldn't give a damn because her feet are gonna be in my shoes. Not like that, no shade. If she had some shoes that I liked it, we was doing that. We was on that. I'm not even gonna cap you. We was doing that. But my mama, like I said, was mama that was providing for us, like making sure. So every new Jordan we had, every new Nike we had. This was when Red Monkey and Evisu was out. My brothers was the Red Monkey, Evisu, bam, okay? Painted line. They was red. They was Bathing Ape. They was. So it did used to be mostly her borrowing my stuff. So she really wouldn't care because, okay, baby finna be fresh as fuck. She finna come over here. So I stopped talking about it though because I'm thinking like maybe today is just one of those days where, she probably needed something and her mama wasn't able to do it, or I'm saying, something like that. And so she not really feeling it because she did have those days where that's my homegirl. Well, I don't know which. Yeah, I'm never gonna call her that no more. But yeah, so there was days where she just was not up in spirit, and I didn't want to say that, keep talking about that type of stuff, thinking that maybe that's what it is, and that's just making it worse. So I started talking about Guy, and she seemed like she didn't want to talk about that neither. So I just asked her like, you want me to, come down there, or like you want me to bring some stuff with me? Because usually it be days where. Not even like that. They don't have anything to eat down there, and I would bring her shit from out of my kitchen, my refrigerator. Yeah, I used to bring her stuff from out of my kitchen, out of my refrigerator. It was regular to us. Like we have like little picnics. I bring bologna, cheese, bread, chips, all that. We'll sit in the living room eating, and then we be on our little missions, get our little fuel. And then we on our missions. Let's go. Okay, you're fed. Let's go. Got your juice. Got your Kool-Aid. Let's go, bitch. Let's go. Let's get these streets. Always like that. Always been. I always been like that. Whatever she need, I got her. It was days. I'm just only saying this so that y'all could know that I was like really rocking with her. It's days where I used to roam the streets with her to look for her mom because it was nothing there to eat, and I probably didn't have nothing down there to spare at the time. Like, so I hope I wasn't rambling too much, but that was just to give like the backstory. Like I really messed with her. Like this was really my sis. Which is why I do not understand why these things that I'm about to explain occurred, because it was never given fake. It was never given fake love. It was never given I'm with you because I need somebody to go these places with. It was never given anything but real and genuine, and it always been like that. It's just so much I could say, but I'm not really trying to put nobody's business out there. But it's I'm not gonna go into it. That's a whole. But anyways, so yeah, so I got off the phone with her because she seemed like she was down. I called Guy. Guy was not home. His brother said he was not home. So I'm like, okay, well, he must be on the block. I'm gonna go down there later. Okay, so I had stuff to do. I had to watch my brothers and sisters while my mom was out for a minute. So I did all that. I did what I was supposed to do. Big sister duties. I was the oldest. I am the oldest. It was 8 of us, and I'm the oldest. So sometimes I did have to watch them. So once I finished watching them, I rode the bike down to the block. So when as soon as I get to the block, I see Guy's bike. Okay, I'm kind of like, why he over here so early? Because usually he'll call first or we'll talk first or whatever. I'm like, why he down here stuff? Like, why he over here already? Like, he didn't even call me and tell me he was coming over here, asked me to come over here. Like, my man, you acting up. You're like, come on, hold on, you acting up. You acting up. Get it together. But then I think, like, okay, this is his area, this is his neck of the woods, this is where he's from. But I mean, ever since we've been talking, he's been kind of letting me know that he was coming over here, so I know to meet him over here or whatnot, or So I don't know. It was kind of odd. Like I said, it had been like since I talked to Tori, it had been like maybe we talked in the morning, like at 10. So around this time, it had to be like 3. So I go over there or whatever, and so I see his bike, so I'm like, okay, I'm about to walk through the door, and the little cousin stopped me and was like, I don't think you want to go in there. And I'm like, how come I don't want to go in there? I'm like, guy in there? He like, yep. I was like, okay. He was like, but he's not the only one in there. And I was like, okay, who's in there? And he was and he smiled. I was like, oh, it's Tori. I was like, okay, then. I'm like, okay, if guy in there, Tori in there, you're the little cousin, so the big cousin is also in there. I'm pretty sure there's a couple other people in there that I know. So like, why? Like, move, please, move. So he like, I'm like, can you move? I'm trying to go in there too. Like, what's the problem? Like, what's going on? Like, what's tea? What's really tea? Like, what's up? And he like, I came out here because Tori is giving Guy some top. Just give him top of the what? Top of the morning? Because it's 3 o'clock. It's not even top of the morning no more. Like, what are you talking about? He like, nah. I'm just like what? What do you mean? Like what you mean? Like what are you trying to say? Like, spit it out. Like, what's going on? What's tea? Let me sip it. Is it too piping? Is that why you haven't poured it to me? Pour me a cup yet? What's going on? What about it? So he like, nah. On the couch. And I was like, nah. I'm like, you're her cousin. Like, she don't give a. I'm not gonna lie. At this time, Tori was fast. Tori was cha-cha slide. She was fast. Tori was extreme. She was fast. I'm not even gonna lie. No tea, no shade. She was fast. My girl's fast. So he said that. My heart just sucked down to my big toe. It was my big toe. I was just so shocked and so hurt. Like, nah, like I said, Guy was from over there, so I was like, are you talking about like big guy or like baby guy or like infant guy? Like, which, like no. Guy. Yeah. So I left. I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even want to enter the house no more. I left. I went home. I didn't call Guy. I didn't call Tori. Tori was calling me. So I was just hurt. I was like disgusted. I'm just like, I know because she know for a fact that me and that man, like, she been there. Like, she know we talk. I told her everything. Like, we is like I know, I just, in my mind, I was just in denial. I was like, I just know, like, I would get this girl a shirt off my back if she needed it. Like, I'm like, it's times where I done walked around with you to find your mom. Like, we bust missions. We don't have cars. We was kids. Like, so I don't know. I just couldn't really believe it. Didn't really want to believe it. But like I said, I didn't talk to her. I didn't talk to Guy or her that day. I just let it ride or whatever. I just was to myself. So yeah, I just stayed to myself. I wasn't really feeling it. Afterwards, I did talk. Me and Tori did start back talking. Like, I started answering the phone or whatever. Like the following day, I never brought it up. I never said nothing about it because I just feel like, okay, well, he wasn't like technically my mom. Like, we was just talking. I didn't really want to make no move on it. She was going to make a move on it because that's just the type of person she is, and that's what stage that she in life she was at. Like, she would do them type of things, baby. At that age, that's nasty. That is disgusting. Liquid comes out of it. yellow liquid. It was just a big. So I just was thinking like, okay, more power to him. He got somebody who was gonna do that because I wasn't. Like I said, he was older, so he was gonna want that sooner or later. And at that time, I thought that was nasty, and I was not gonna do it. So I was glad that he had found somebody who was, because I was just not. That's not what I was gonna do. So I just stopped talking to him completely, but I was still friends with her because that was still my friend at the end of the day. And that was my girl. So I was like, oh, whatever. So I just stopped communicating with him altogether. He kept calling my house until he got the picture. I don't know if he probably, well, I'm pretty sure the cousin was like, I told her she was back here getting some top. I told her. Because he just stopped talking to me altogether too. Like, he'll try to speak, but after so fast forward, Tori was talking to this boy that I was calling my brother, and she had this sister who baby daddy used to bring his brother around a lot, like out the blue, just started bringing around his brother. Like, we didn't even know he had a brother. My best friend. My friend Tori, she couldn't stand the brother. He had like a smart ass mouth. Like, anything you asked him, he just was smart about it. Like, he could never just give you a straight, regular answer. He had to say something like real slick. So neither one of us liked him because he always had something slick. So he couldn't just answer a simple question like a regular person. It was always something slick. So me and her didn't really like him for that. But somehow I got a slick mouth, he got a slick mouth, so we was always going back and forth. It was always tit for tat, and yeah, we started talking. So I was telling my best friend, I was telling Tori, and Tori just like, ooh, girl, more power to you if you dealing with that, and all that. And she was just telling me how her and my brother was doing it. Like I said, this is somebody I call my brother, so not my actual brother. So she not sitting here telling me about her sexual escapades with somebody my mama pushed out, because that's disgusting. But yeah, she was just telling me about that or whatever. And I was just telling her that me and him, we talking, we get in close, and he's my boyfriend. Like, this one is this one we made official. We said we was kissing. This was my man. This one was my man. This one was my man. We would hang out. When he came over, I sat on his lap. This was my man. This is my man. Yeah, so yeah, this one was my man. Every time he came over, I sat right on his lap. We used to kiss. We didn't do nothing else. We wasn't doing shit else. We was not doing nothing else. I sat on his lap. Me and this man, still to this day, and they never did nothing. Just kiss. I sat on his lap. Y'all probably like, where our mamas at? Okay, like I said, my mom used to work a lot. Her mom was wherever she was at. Don't know. But yeah. So, so that was that. And so one day, he was coming that way to where we lived with his brother or whatever. And he was like, oh, can you meet us at the park? And I was like, all right, I'll meet you at the park. Because the park was like couple blocks away, not really far. I was walking distance. The walk was not far, so I got real cute. Tori said that she was gonna be there too or whatever, and we was gonna walk to go get something to eat. Yeah, so since I know my man is gonna be there, I make sure I get extra cute. I got my lip gloss, what up with speech jacket to chase me at the school. I got my lip gloss. I'm just cute. Got my little gladiator sandals on. I love them little gladiator sandals. So I got my little gladiator sandals on. Like, I just think I'm cute. I just think I'm hot shit. So I'm walking. Finally get to the park. So I see in this area. Okay, so this area that I'm talking about, I grew up in for the longest. My dad is from that area. My aunties is from the area. Cousins, brothers, everybody's from the area. So I'm known in that area, and I know everybody in the area. So this other guy that I be calling like brother, I seen him and I was like, hey. And he was like, oh, sis, what you doing up here this early? And I was like, oh, I'm going to go meet my boyfriend and then my friend and his brother or whatever. He like, oh, yeah, so where they at? Now, he not asking where they at to be nosy, but like I said, since he is from this area, and I'm speaking of, if you know, you know, but like since this is his area, and I'm saying I'm meeting a boy that I go with and another gentleman. These are two men that he's not familiar with in his area. So of course he wants to like, who are they? Like, where are they? So I point and he like, you gonna go meet somebody over there? Somebody over there your boyfriend? I was like, yeah. He was like, all them over there is a couple. Is you waiting? Are you waiting on him to pull up or like walk up or something? I'm like, no. He's like, right there, the brown skin one with the, cause he did have like a bushy eyebrows. I'm like, yeah, him, that one. And he was like, weird, because I'm trying to tell you that them is all a couple. And I said, a couple of what? A couple of folks waiting on me? Like, a couple of what? A couple of people sitting around? Like, what? He like, I'm like, just because it's 4 people, because it was Tori, it was Tori's sister, it was Tori baby daddy, and Tori brother. I'm like, just because it's 4 of them don't mean, you feel me? He's like, no. The reason why I say that those are all couples is because that dark skinned one, Tori, sat on that brown skinned one, my man, lap. And it was tongue kissing. The other 2 back was turned, but they was definitely tongue kissing. I was so confused. I was like, you was playing basketball, so you know, maybe somebody could have come over there for a minute and could have came over there for a minute that she was talking to. Are you sure it wasn't? And I said my brother that she was talking to, I said his name. I'm like, you sure? Like, nah, because that's the homie. Like, he's from the same area. Like, he would have came up to me. I'm like, you sure it wasn't like I'm just really finding it hard to believe, like, because this is my man. So that disbelief quickly turns into anger. I'm not gonna turn the other cheek like I did with Guy, because this is something different. This is my man. You playing too much. Absolutely not. So what do? I'm pissed. So once they are like confused, like what? 2 + 2 is what? What's going on? Like, what are you talking about? It's giving fight. Because why y'all playing in my face? So I'm like, why are y'all over here kissing? Like, what's going on? Why y'all kissing? I'm not understand why y'all kissing. Like, Tori, you know what's going on. Like, you know what the fuck going on. Like, then they're like, oh, it just happened. It was an accident. I just realized that I am I'm attracted to him, and I didn't really mean for it to happen like that. It just happened. It was a heat of the moment. It's hot outside, but what you mean is the heat of the moment? Like, I'm not understanding all of this time that you could have done what you wanted to do with this man. Now, as soon as I have him, now is the heat of the moment. Catch the heat of these hands. Come on, cause what the fuck? What in the total fuck? But y'all, do y'all think I stopped being friends with her? No, I didn't. But after that time, like, we was cool for a couple of more months. I was maybe say a year. And she just slowly started to do other little stuff that just let me know that she wasn't really my friend like that. And we stopped talking. And then I started hanging with TT a lot. You know, this girl had sex with TT man and was still coming over to TT house like nothing. Like, literally everybody knew this was TT man, because TT's man wore her chain around his neck with her name on it, with TT's name on it. So I'm saying TT, the chain said TT. Everybody knew that was TT man. She slept with TT's men. At this time, this is when me and Tori was no longer friends, but me and TT was friends. And like I said, we had the same friend group, so I would still see Tori at TT's house, but like it wasn't no beef, we just wasn't cool. So like we could still be in the same room or the same vicinity around of each other, and nothing crack off, because it wasn't like that. It just gives, you're a fake bitch and I don't fuck with you, and she like noted. Basically that's it. But so she was always at TT house knowing that she was fucking TT's man, right? So TT caught wind. TT had a cousin, a very messy, I say very messy, to this day she's still very messy, and she probably like 40 and she's still very, very messy. So TT cousin to her, why I seen Tori coming out of TT's man, that's what I'm gonna name him, TT's man, coming out of TT's man's apartment at like 3 in the morning. So TT like, oh, is that right? So this girl be at my house every single day, eating my food, drinking off my cups, on my bed, watching movies, kiki, and then she going behind my back and she's sleeping with my boyfriend. And so she was like, all right. So TT like, I got something for that. So TT was like, TT asked Tori, can you do my hair? Because Tori knew how to do some damn hair. I ain't gonna lie. Tori knew how to do hair, and that was kind of like her little side hustle. When she didn't have the money, she would do hair on the side. We was young too, but she had learned how to do hair. She did like quick weaves, she did braids, she did ponytails, she did all that. So TT basically asked her to do her hair. And I used to get her hair done for like free, or something, because we always looking out for her. Anything she needs, we always got. So she always just hook us up. So Tori was like, TT was like, can you do my hair or whatever? So she was like, Tori was like, yeah, when you want it done. So she like, oh, can you come over right now? So she have her do her hair. So yeah, she have Tori do her hair. I'm there. I forgot that quick what I named the messy cousin. But Messy Boots is there. It's me, Messy Boots, TT, and basically Tori in the house or whatever. So she doing. I kind of felt bad knowing that I already knew what was finna happen, but at the same time, I don't mess with you, and you fake like that. I mean, y'all can feel the way y'all want to feel. I don't know if y'all think that I should have been like, hey, psst, da da da, but you're having sexual intercourse with someone's man, and you all in their house still. So you knew the consequences, girl. This is a dangerous game. Okay? So, so she do her hair. Messy Boots smiling the whole entire time. When I say Messy Boots can't keep contained, she cannot keep it contained. I'm just surprised that Tori was like, why is this? She probably was in her head like, why is this? Because she was smiling the whole time. The whole entire time. From the wash and dry to the wrap. And she had Tori do all that. She had her wrap it and everything. So as she wrapping it, TT is getting a scarf and helping her put the scarf on. So as she doing that, she telling Tori like, yeah, so you be at my house every day. You chill with us, you hang out with us every day. We go places daily. You at my house. I'm feeding you. You drinking my drink, drinking off my cups. We rocking, we fam. It's just been it have been times where you wore my shirt. So TT smiling and laughing and with it or whatever. So I guess Tori thinking like, this girl just she just this is what we do. We play all day. So Tori laughing with her like, yeah, bitch, cause you my bitch. Y'all might not y'all, but you my bitch or whatever. So she like, yeah, I'm your bitch. And so she was like, oh, let's all. TT was like, oh, let's all go outside for a minute. So y'all go outside. She turned her Turned it on. She was like, so, yeah, you did all of this and you having sex with TT's man? That's what I named them, TT's man. So, Tori looked at shocked, like, she was like, yeah. We finna fight. We're about to fight. So she was like, yo, we about to fight. So Tori kind of looked at like, what? But no tea, no shade. Tori ain't no hoe. She'll fight all day long. All day long. Don't care. That's the one thing about her. You wanna fight? Oh, I'm gonna fight you. That's nothing. Come on. And after this, I'm finna go to Burger King and give me something to eat. Like, come on, hurry up. I got somewhere to be. Let's go. So it was nothing to her. So she did tie her hair up or whatever. But she was like, oh, so you had me just do all of this. My hands hurt. I've been doing your hair. Like, you had me do all of this just to fight me in the end. Like, that's crazy. And she's like, that's crazy that you're always at my house, always eating my food, laying in my bed with your outside clothes on, you know, eating up all my food, you know, all in my house like you sis, but you really doing this behind my back. Messy Boots is smiling and laughing the whole entire time. She's loving it. She's loving it. I'm just right there like, after the first round, when Tori fell, I jumped in to break it up. Messy Boots pulled me back to myself. Nah, let her get her. Nah, this is a fair one. They gonna get them on their 10 toes. So she can get her all she wants on her 10 toes. Like, we was all cool at one point. Like, I'm not gonna let her do her in. If Tori falls, I'm gonna pick Tori up, whether we're cool or not. Like, you're not gonna just do her in. We was all friends at one point. So Messy Boots is so mad to the point where she actually act like she gonna want to fight me because I'm trying to break it up every time. Every time Tori hit the ground, she didn't hit the ground a lot, but I'm just saying it was like twice where she kind of lost her foot and lost her balance because the way that TT house is made in the back is like rocks. So they fight after round 2. I'm like, okay, it's done, it's over with. TT still wants to fight again, and like I said, Tori was down for anything, so she was like, if she want to fight again, we can fight again. After that, I was like, it's done, it's over with. Messy Boots, old as shit, talking about some, nah, let them do this, get out there as many times as they need to get their frustration out. Let them. I'm like, okay, well, 3 is enough. 3's please, like, it's over with. Like, just, we can all just go our little separate ways. Like, we all know, okay, now we don't fuck with Tori. Like, what the fuck, that's it. Like, and I don't know if y'all think like, oh damn, you had a lot of, like I said, that was sis before anything. So it don't matter. I'm still gonna make sure motherfuckers straight at the end of the day. So after that, Messy Boots was mad. They did their 3 rounds. After the 3rd round, Tori just walked out the gate. TT walked in the house. We walked in the house. Messy Boots laughing. And yeah, TT still messed with TT's man until for years. TT's man started messing with the girl up the street, the girl down the street, the girl next to him, the girl in the buildings across the street. TT's man was running around, you know, and that's how that happened. Me and Tori was not cool until we got in our older years when we both had kids, and recently just stopped talking. And I will make a story time about how I found out that she was jealous of me. So after that, Messy Boots was mad. They did their 3 rounds. After the 3rd round, Tori just walked out the gate. TT walked in the house. We walked in the house. Messy Boots laughing. And yeah, TT still messed with TT's man until for years. TT's man started messing with the girl up the street, the girl down the street, the girl next to him, the girl in the buildings across the street. TT's man was running around, you know, and that's how that happened. Me and Tori was not cool until we got in our older years when we both had kids. And recently just stopped talking, and I will make a story time about how I found out that she was jealous of me.